Hi everyone, I am Miss Karen at Adams Memorial Library. Welcome to January's Bake-A-Tale. Bake-A-Tale is a program where we have a recipe and some stories to go with it and some crafts to go with it. And we'll have a kit that you can come into the library down to the children's room and pick up. Or if you would rather, you can call us and we'll reserve one for you and you can pick it up at curbside service. But it will have the recipe and materials to do the crafts and a list of the books that we talk about. So for January, now I don't know if this happened at your house, but at my house in December, I made a whole lot of cookies, but now it is January and they're mostly gone. So I needed more cookies. So for January, I did these really easy honey cookies. So the honey cookie is the recipe for this week. And of course, I brought my beehive because honey's from the bees, right? So I have 2 stories about bees to tell you about. Now this first one, can you see there's a girl riding on a bee? So this is a made-up story. This is the fictional one. It's called Bee and Me, and it's written and illustrated by Allison J., but it actually doesn't have any words, but it's a very easy story to follow. So you'll tell yourself the story. And it's about this girl who really doesn't like bees. She's a little bit afraid of them, but then she meets one and makes friends with her and learns about all the great things that bees do for the world. So that's Bee and Me. And this other one is very much nonfiction. And it's an award-winning informational book called Honeybee, The Busy Life of Apis mellifera. Apis mellifera. And it is written by Candace Fleming, and the illustrations are by Eric Roman. And it is all about this bee called Apis, and it goes from the beginning of her life to the end. She starts off in her hive, working in the hive, and then eventually she flies off to gather nectar to bring back to the hive so it can get turned into honey. And then you can buy some honey, or you can gather honey yourself if you have bees, and they make honey cookies. So remember, when you're baking, always bake with an adult. It's more fun to bake together. And for these honey cookies, they're really pretty easy. And they're actually a gluten-free cookie recipe from Bob's Red Mill. I use regular flour, but you can use gluten-free flour with it too, and you can make them that way. And I like these because I don't have to plan too much. I can just make them right away because instead of butter, they have olive oil in. So I don't have to wait for the butter to soften. So if you prefer not to use milk products, you can make these too. So they're really, like I said, they're really very easy to make. You just mix them together, roll them out, roll them in sugar, and put them on your baking tray. Now, this dough is kind of soft and squishy, so it's fun to roll them. But that's why you have to roll them in sugar too. You'll roll them out and then roll them in sugar to kind of keep them together so they stay round so you can put them on the cookie sheet. And you bake them for about 8 minutes. And after that, you have to wait 5 more minutes. Leave them on the baking trays for 5 more minutes because they're so soft you can't take them out until they take them off the tray until they harden a little bit. So bake them. We'll wait for 5 minutes, take them off and let them cool on a rack, and then enjoy. The crafts for this month's Bake-A-Tale are bee bookmarks or bee pictures or cards. It can be a card if you would rather. The bookmarks, I'll show you, the bookmarks fit on the corner of your page like this to mark your page that way. And if you did the apple cake Bake-A-Tale in September, we did apple bookmarks. Well, these are bee bookmarks, and they're from the same place, Red Ted Art. If you use the recycled book page to make the wings, like I did, then these can be book bees. You know, you've heard of bookworms? Well, they can be book bees. So these require a little bit of folding. It's not too hard, and the instructions will be in your kit, but I will just show you now. You do have to fold them pretty precisely. So if you've done Mr. Alex's origami kits, you will be a pro. It'll be easy peasy. But I'll show you how you're going to fold them. There'll be 2 kinds of yellow paper in your kits. Two different kinds of yellow squares. This one's, the construction paper is a little bit heavier. This is yellow copy paper, so it's a little lighter. So you can decide what you want your bee to be made from. This is the heavier one. This is the lighter one. The heavier one is a little bit harder to fold, but not too bad. So if you want it to be a little sturdier, you can use the darker paper. Or if you want it to be a lighter bee, you can use the lighter paper. So you're going to take one of your squares. That's step one, find your square. And then fold it in half, like this. Make a triangle. You want the long side at the bottom and the pointy side at the top. After that, you're going to take the triangle and fold the outer pieces, outer corners up to the center. So this one's already done. This is the other piece. You fold it up to the center, like that. Get it right in the right spot and then crease it. So this will be your third step. For the fourth step, you unfold it again. So not too hard. Unfold it, and then you'll have 2 points at the top. You fold one of them down, like that. So you'll have one triangle still pointing up and one pointing down. And then for the fifth step, you fold the pieces from the outside back in, and you tuck them into this little pouch. So take it, fold it over like that, tuck it in, and crease it. And that's going to be the part that holds on to the edge of your book. So this is going to turn into a bee. You're going to take this part where the folds are and just cut it a little bit. You're going to curve it over because that's going to be the bee's head. So it'll be the bee's round head. So instead of having it be pointed, you just curve it a little bit. And then you can take the black paper that'll be in your kit and you can cut it into stripes and glue those on. Or you can color stripes. You can, if you don't even want to make them black, you can do another color if you'd like. Just color them on with markers or pencils or crayons. If you would like to put a little face on your bee, you can do that. Then you take the template for the wings, cut a couple of wings out, glue them on, and then you're ready to mark your pages in your book with your book bee. Now for the cards, can you see those bees? I made all of those. Those are actually my fingerprints and my thumbprint. There'll be some yellow paint in your kit. And then you just want to put a little bit of paint, not too much because won't make a nice shape. It'll be too blobby. Put a little bit, you could dip in and wipe some off, or you could get a little paintbrush or a Q-tip or something. Put some paint on your fingers and then put them down on your paper. There will be two kinds of paper in your kit too. This one's a little bit lighter. You can just fold it in half. These ones are already folded and have an envelope to make a card. You put the yellow paint down to make the bee's body, let it dry, and then you can draw the head and the stripes and the wings, antennae if you'd like, and a lovely meadow scene or a garden scene, whatever you'd like, but give your bees some flowers to visit. If you would like to make it into a card, you could do ones like I did. Like I was thinking of Mr. Rogers, so I wrote one that said, "Won't you be my neighbor?" You could use them for Valentine's Day if you wanted to. You could say, "Would you be mine?" Or "Please be my Valentine." So however you do it is fine. And if you would like to show us what you did, you can bring in your card. You can take a picture and come in and show us, or you can email us at kids@adamslib.org and show us what you did. If you make the honey cookies, you can let us know that too. If you're not able to come into the library to get a kit, you can always email and I'll be happy to send you the recipe so you can make this at home. But when you're ready, just come in and pick up the kit if you're able, We'll have them for you down in the children's room, or as I said, you can get them through curbside service. So thank you very much, friends. Happy baking, and I will see you next time. Thank you.